Hi guys, so today we have Rachna ma'am who has 20 years of experience in industry and she will be sharing her experiences today. So ma'am, you can start.
Thank you so much, Ghanshyam, for giving me this opportunity and very warm welcome to everyone. And I am really overwhelmed with the participation and see that how the young generation is here. And I really will be very, happy if I can add any value to you guys for your corporate journey. So in last 20 years, one thing which is very much clear to me that corporate journey is something where you have to learn, unlearn, and relearn. And as soon as you understand this concept, you are on the right path. There could be, like successes, you can always judge, okay, from the promotion increment, but that is one criteria. But your success will depend on how you develop yourself and how many opportunity you get and how you perform against that, right? So failure is absolutely okay, but what is in your control is preparing yourself. So I have prepared a small presentation to, clarify my concept to you. Ghanshyam, can you please
Yes ma'am, definitely.
enable the presentation? Yeah.
Yes ma'am, done.
Yeah. Can you see that presentation on the screen?
Yes.
Yes
Yeah,
ma'am.
great. Okay,
Yes,
great.
ma'am.
Let's have a focus on one thing in one go, right? So that we understand what I'm talking and what you are also understanding. So I at the end I will definitely would like to answer your questions if you have any, right? So updating skills at each step of to stay relevant. What does it mean? That for each step of your journey, you need a different skill set. Huh? And that will make you staying relevant. Why we people always say that, okay, somebody has not performed good, or why somebody has performed good? Because there is a set of the people who keep updating themselves. So that is a key of the whole presentation. I move on. Okay, can we travel the corporate journey just with technical skills? The answer is absolutely no. Hmm? For each aspired role, what you need to do, जो भी आप एक role देख रहे हो, right? For each aspired role, you have to map the skill set that you need to achieve. Hmm? So for each role, you have to understand what are the skill set required. When we search for a job on the websites naukri.com or the LinkedIn or even IM jobs, you see the skill set required. Hmm? So whenever you want to aspire for a role, just go to the naukri.com or any website and search for that role and understand that what are the skill set the recruiters have asked for, and then match that. Okay, I am good in this, but I am not good in that the particular thing. So you have to develop it if you are searching for the job. Even if you are in the organization and looking for the higher role, even then you can go to naukri.com and look for the roles that is there, and then just see that for the particular role within your organization, what are the skill set that you require. Because when you do this exercise, actually you are doing the self-awareness exercise. You are analyzing yourself, where I am today and where I want to go. And for reaching to that particular role or job, what are the skill set I need? So this is very important. If I stayed in an organization for 14 years, so doesn't mean that I have not searched on the naukri.com or IM jobs, but I have done this to assess myself. Because when you see the outside world, you get to know that what are the skill set that you need. Because what will happen when you do this exercise, you will be competitive. We all should understand we are sitting in a competition. If there is one job, there would be 200 or more than that, the vacancies, or people would have applied for those vacancies, right? So you are in a competition. How can you get the edge from the others? It is only through your skill set. Hmm? And at the same time, the way the world is changing, you need to be agile. Your school education, your college education is limited, and you cannot depend on your HR or manager to develop the skill set, because everything is changing so rapidly. You have to just keep it, you need to have someone who is supporting you to change yourself. Uh, if you don't do it, you will restrict yourself to a particular thing. We had calculator, then we moved to computers. Now we move to AI. We are moving on RPA. We are different skill set. Everybody is want to be entrepreneur also. So this is changing world. If we prepare ourselves for that, then we become, driving the change. But at least we follow the change, then we become the people who are part of the change. If we do not change ourselves, then we will be left behind. So let me also give you some learnings. Why success is for only few in the corporate world? Why we say that this person is successful, but other person are behind? Why some people get promotion or only few people become the, like head of the department or CEO or CFO or COO, HR head? Why they become? While, जब हम जर्नी स्टार्ट करते हैं हम 10 लोग होते हैं इकट्ठे, बट उस लैडर में कुछ 2 या 3 लोग होते हैं जो टॉप तक पहुंचते, बाकी लोग रह जाते हैं. Why? So few observation from my side, right? Those people, just focusing on the technical expertise, even like 10 साल के बाद भी 15 साल के बाद भी वो हम सोचते हैं कि हम technically बहुत sound है, so that is suffice for us. So if we have that feeling, we are doing a big mistake. Secondly, if we do not have our career goals, your career goals are your responsibility. Again, I repeat, HR or managers have a role to guide you. But you have to fix your career goal. When I qualified, okay, I thought, okay, in 2-3 years I will be manager, because that was my career goal. So I prepare myself for that. Right today, if I have aspiration to become CFO or CEO, then I have to prepare myself. Those people who do it for themselves definitely go forward. Then, not building your brand within the organization also. Nowadays, even social media is very important. So those people who are not building their brand, it means that you are not telling management or the other company what you can do. जो दिखता है वही बिकता है ना. So the point is that अगर आप एक अपनी image create करते हो, that person is resourceful, that person is reliable, that person is someone जिसको कोई भी काम दो कर देगा. या फिर that is a person who cannot do anything, he keeps cribbing or just avoid challenges. If you create your image, then only people will judge you. And unless you make your image good, you will not get opportunity within the same organization, outside your network. Everybody will treat basis but how you have portrayed yourself. So that is very important. Then the last point, if you are not ready to change. मैं आज जो अपने आप को देखती हूँ, what I was when I just qualified, what was I today is totally changed. For my learning, for my skill set, my way of speaking, my personality, my thinking process also have changed. So those people who just see that, okay, I am perfect and there is nothing I can improve, I think that's the biggest mistake. If a company is implementing some projects, let's say you're in the company and you're the company is doing some implementation of some technology platform or some transformation journey is happening, but if you are not showing that कि मैं change होऊंगा या होंगी, and you just keep yourself restricted to the old ways, तो आप relevant नहीं रहोगे, because company तो grow कर गई, company has elevated itself, but you have not. You are still on the old ways of working. So if you are ready for change, you will become part of that journey. If you are not ready for change, you will be left behind. This is very simple line. If you follow this, I think company will count on you. Your corporate, your organization will count on you to drive that change. So these are the few things that you have to keep in mind, whether you are CA, CMA, cost accountant, MBA, marketing professional, HR professional, anyone in the corporate world. If you, or even not in the corporate world, even in your normal life also, everybody has to change. Today, if we see our parents, they are on Facebook. So I never thought that my parents can operate smart phone. But if they have to be connected with the world, they have to do it. So if they are ready to change, why can't we change it? We are still younger than them. So these are the few tips. Now I want to show you a very good slide, which actually when I was preparing it, Actually, it was further refining my concepts. So when you are in school or college, तो आपको एक एजुकेशन मिलती है फॉर सब्जेक्ट नॉलेज. आपको मैथमेटिक्स में ट्रेन किया जाता है, आपको सोशल साइंस में ट्रेन किया जाता है, देन स्टैटिस्टिक में किया जाता है. तो यू आर बिकमिंग अ सब्जेक्ट मैटर ऑफ एक्सपर्ट. आपको सब्जेक्ट की नॉलेज मिलती है. कुछ एग्जाम्पल्स होंगे कि कैसे प्रैक्टिकल, कुछ केस स्टडीज शायद मिल जाती है, जैसे लॉ करते हैं तो उसमें केस स्टडीज भी मिलती है, सी में भी मिलती है, बट स्टिल यू आर स्टिल अवे फ्रॉम द प्रैक्टिकल एप्लीकेशन ऑफ दोज थिंग. सो जब हम स्कूल कॉलेज में हम पढ़ के आते हैं, एजुकेशन लेते हैं, तो हमारे को एक मतलब वी आर रेडी टू गेट इनटू अ डोमेन, वी आर रेडी टू स्टार्ट आवर जर्नी. बट जब हमें जॉब चाहिए तो हमें सॉफ्ट स्किल भी चाहिए, राइट? हाउ डू यू प्रेजेंट योरसेल्फ, हाउ डू यू कम्युनिकेट. शायद स्कूल में वो इतना इंपॉर्टेंट नहीं रहा होगा, unless it is for the practical numbers and all, but when you are looking for a job, you're looking for a higher role, your soft skill also play a good role. So you are elevated, you are still expected to be subject matter of expert, but at the same time you have to develop your soft skill. So you have to prepare for that. But when you are now in the organization, you need more. आपको टेक्निकल स्किल्स भी चाहिए, आपको सॉफ्ट स्किल भी चाहिए, बट आपको लीडरशिप एट्रीब्यूट्स भी चाहिए, बिकॉज you have to perform, you have to sometimes get the work done, even if you're not a manager, but still you have to get work done from other, you have to collaborate with others. So these are the leadership attributes, which I will discuss a little bit in detail in my next slide. Up now, okay, you are on the job, you have started performing, but you want to progress also, right? So for progress करने के लिए आपको क्या चाहिए? You need everything. At the same time, you need the learning agility. That is something which I was just talking in my last slide. Learning agility is something which will define you as a new one. So जैसे अगर आप घनश्याम का एग्जांपल लो, घनश्याम 2.0 और 3.0 हो जाएंगे, right, later on. So it is something he is reinventing himself. So that is how this chart would go. Education खत्म हुई, टेक्निकल स्किल ली, गुड बाय, वेरी गुड, वी हैव डन गुड जॉब. जॉब में आए, सॉफ्ट स्किल डेवलप की, यस, नाउ वी हैव डन, वो चैप्टर क्लोज हो गया, अब हमें और चाहिए, परफॉर्म करना है, लीडरशिप एट्रीब्यूट डेवलप करने पड़ेंगे, प्रोग्रेस चाहिए, प्रमोशन चाहिए, एलिवेशन चाहिए, तो हमें चेंज होना पड़ेगा, विच विल डिफाइन बाय अ लर्निंग एजिलिटी. ओके, सो आई हैव आइडेंटिफाइड फ्यू leadership attribute which are required for a person who is just started his or her journey. ठीक है, तो उसमें अगर हम बात करते हैं, which will give you visibility and make you able to perform in seamless way. So first leadership attribute which I thought that you need to be open and authentic, right? What does it mean? That open means self awareness. आप अपने लिए open हो, आप अपने को चैलेंज करने को तैयार हो कि मेरे को अगर जॉब में ये परफॉर्म करना है तो मेरे में ये कमी है. You are ready to accept yourself and then ready to change also. You are ready to take help. Okay, it is no harm in telling your manager before like कि आप फेल हो, उससे पहले आप अपने मैनेजर के पास जाके बोलिए कि मुझे शायद स्किल में गैप है, how can he help you? So that is or your mentor, not always manager, but if even you have some mentor within the organization or outside organization, go to them, you say that कि मेरे को इस चीज में प्रॉब्लम है, ये मुझे नेगोशिएशन नहीं आता, या मुझे प्रोजेक्ट हैंडलिंग नहीं आता, मेरे को कैसे स्टार्ट करना चाहिए. So when you do it, actually once you accept it, it will become easier for you to develop yourself. Second is adaptability. आप एक organization में जाते हो, you become part of that organization, your organization is counting on you to fulfill the organizational goals. So you're becoming inclusive of the organizational culture, you're adapting it. So that is also important. And then the third point is inclusive. Yes, so आज की डेट में एवरी ऑर्गेनाइजेशन इज वर्किंग टुवर्ड इंक्लूसिवनेस. क्यों कर रहे हैं वो? कोई मार्केटिंग के लिए नहीं कर रहे हैं, या बिकॉज वो ट्रेंड है इसलिए नहीं कर रहे हैं. कॉर्पोरेट्स आर वेरी वेरी क्लियर व्हाई दे आर डूइंग इट, बिकॉज इंक्लूसिविटी इज समथिंग व्हिच विल हेल्प कंपनी टू ग्रो, टू गेट द गुड टैलेंट एंड टू डाइवर्सिफाई. सो अगर हम कॉर्पोरेट वर्ल्ड की अगर बात करते हैं, आज की डेट में आई थिंक 5 जनरेशन है. एक लोग जो है 55 और 60 की ब्रैकेट में, वो लोग भी काम कर रहे हैं. यंगस्टर लाइक यू जो 20 प्लस की ब्रैकेट में है, 20-25 की, वो भी लोग काम कर रहे हैं. अनलेस वी हैव द इंक्लूसिव कल्चर, हाउ वी कैन मेक पीपल वर्क टुगेदर, जब डिफरेंट जनरेशंस काम कर रहे हैं, राइट? एट द सेम टाइम आज हम बात करते हैं रिमोटली वर्किंग की भी. सो विद इन द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन हमारे पास साउथ इंडिया के भी लोग होंगे, हमारे पास ईस्ट इंडिया के भी लोग होंगे, नॉर्थ के भी होंगे और वेस्ट के भी होंगे. Unless we are inclusive, how can we adapt? How can we become, like make a full India? And it is not only India now, so even overseas entities, they are saying okay, you can work remotely. तो जब तक हम खुद इंक्लूसिव नहीं होंगे, how can we expect from others to accept us? अगर मेरा एक फेस्टिवल है या मेरा एक सोचने का तरीका है, या बीइंग अ फीमेल मेरे एक डिफरेंट सोचने का तरीका है, काम करने की रिक्वायरमेंट्स है, unless I am inclusive for the others, why people will not, why people will be inclusive for me? So it is like that is something very important attribute. कहीं भी आप ज्वाइन करते हो, किसी भी रोल में हो, these are the things that you have to keep in mind every time. Second is the bold and agile. You should be bold enough to adopt the technological changes. आप नहीं बोल सकते कि मैं तो वही चार्टर्ड अकाउंटेंट हूँ या तो मैं तो एचआर में हूँ. एवरी फील्ड टुडे इज समथिंग काउंटिंग ऑन टेक्नोलॉजी. So it is not just a job of IT team of your organization, और इवन अगर आप सीए भी कर रहे हो या अगर आप पढ़ भी रहे हो, एमबीए भी कर रहे हो, unless you follow the latest trend of technology, तो आपको लर्निंग आपकी लिमिटेड हो जाती है. तो यू हैव टू बी लाइक, आप कोई भी क्वालिफिकेशन उठा लो, आपको यू हैव टू फॉलो द लेटेस्ट टेक्नोलॉजी रेलिवेंट टू योर फील्ड. आप ऐसा नहीं है कि हम 3D प्रिंटिंग पे बात करना शुरू कर देंगे, मे बी इट इज नॉट रिलेटेड टू अस, बट वट एवर द टेक्नोलॉजी रिलेटेड टू योर फील्ड, you have to at least have the working knowledge, or at least your concept should be clear to start with. Then courageous. आपको whatever your mind is thinking, you need to understand how to speak about it. हम फाइट करने की बात नहीं कर रहे कि हम झंडा लेके फाइट करना शुरू कर देंगे. नो, courageous means that you are able to explain what you are thinking. You are able to communicate to other person your perspective. हो सकता है कि आप गलत सोच रहे हो, the other person would correct you, but at least it will not stay in your mind. एटलीस्ट आप अपने दिमाग पे को बीमार नहीं करोगे. बिकॉज आज के डेट में क्या होता है कि हम अपने को इतना थिंकिंग प्रोसेस को इतना ज्यादा इवॉल्व हो जाते हैं उसमें, वी डोंट सी दैट कि व्हाट इज द पर्सपेक्टिव ऑफ अदर और वेदर आवर थिंकिंग प्रोसेस इज राइट और रॉन्ग. सो बी करेजियस इन पुटिंग योर पॉइंट ऑफ व्यू. Maybe at the later on you find no, my point of view was not right, but it is important process that you explain to someone, you discuss with someone. And जब हम एक जॉब में रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी लेते हैं, ठीक है, तो क्या होता है कि बहुत सारे टाइम पे वी हैव टू टेक अ डिसीजंस व्हिच आर मे बी लिटिल रिस्की. सो बी करेजियस टू टेक द डिसीजन. ऑफ कोर्स द रिस्क असेसमेंट इज समथिंग दैट यू हैव टू डू. You have to align your managers or the people who are responsible for their project whole, or if you are responsible, then again the risk assessment is something which is your responsibility and you have to do that. Then the third thing which I thought is very important for the newcomers is collaboration. New joiners of the industry is collaboration. What you do, what does it mean? When you become part of like one particular team, let's say आप finance function के part हो, तो आप अकेले नहीं हो ना, there are more people also around you. So we have to collaborate for the goal of the organization, for your department also, for your function also. So what we are expected to do, we have to plan and align the things. जब आपको किसी प्रोजेक्ट में लिया जाता है या इवन एक ऑपरेशनल एक्टिविटी भी आप कर रहे हो, तो वो अगर किसी से रिलेटेड है, या तो आप इंडिविजुअल कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटर हो जिसमें आपका काम किसी से इफेक्ट नहीं होता, बट अगर आप लेट्स से यू ज्वाइन इन MIS फंक्शन, ठीक है, MIS फंक्शन में हो तो आपको डेटा किसी से चाहिए और MIS किसी और को देनी है, तो दे आर 2 पीपल इन दिस एक्टिविटी जिससे आपको काम करना है या जिनके साथ काम करना है. So you have to align them. Okay, I need this data by like 2nd of every month, and I will deliver the MIS on 7th of every month. So basically, you are planning and aligning the people around you who are impacted by your work. So that is very important. That whenever we go in the industry, we understand कि हमारा जो काम है वो दूसरे से कैसे related है. Then deliver result. रिजल्ट्स के बिना कुछ रेलिवेंट नहीं है. आप कितने भी एफर्ट्स मार लो, कितना भी काम कर लो, कितना भी हम उसकी मार्केटिंग कर लें, अनलेस वी गेट द रिजल्ट, ठीक है, नथिंग इज इम्पोर्टेंट. सो ऑलवेज फोकस ऑन द एंड रिजल्ट. जो भी हम गोल लेके चले हैं, जो भी हम ऑब्जेक्टिव लेके चले हैं, वो डाइल्यूट नहीं होना चाहिए. वी एट द एंड वी हैव टू सी व्हाट रिजल्ट वी आर डिलीवरिंग टू द ऑर्गेनाइजेशन. Once we do it, I think as a newcomer you will be visible, and you will be able to perform. These are the few leadership attributes I thought I should share today. We move to the next slide. This is a little bit I will touch. This is a big topic, and there are lots of study happened on this topic. If you Google it, you will find their books also on the learning agility. I will touch upon very briefly so that at least you know what the concept is. So learning agility by definition is ability to know what to and how to learn. Okay? It is ability to learn, unlearn and relearn. Right? So learning agility में हमारे 5 aspects आते हैं. People agility, change agility, result agility, self awareness and mental agility. इसमें सबसे ज्यादा जो important है वो है self awareness, जो हमारा starting point होगा. अगर आपको लगता है मुझे कुछ भी करना है, या स्टार्टिंग पॉइंट इज सेल्फ अवेयरनेस. जैसे मैंने आपको एक टिप सिंपल सी दी थी, जो भी आप रोल करना चाहते हो गूगल करो, देखो उस जॉब्स की क्या रिक्वायरमेंट है डिफरेंट जॉब पोर्टल्स पे, और देखो मैं कहाँ पे स्टैंड करता हूँ या करती हूँ, and see that what are the skills that you have to develop. That's very important. Second होती है mental agility. How you are mentally prepared yourself for the change. That is driven from the mental agility. Then people agility. How you deal with the different kind of people, even if you are in conflict. किसी से आपके views नहीं match कर रहे, but how you're dealing with those people. That is defined as a people agility. Okay. Then change agility. When, as I explained earlier, when the change are happening, how you're reacting to the change. Whether you become the change driver, or you become the part of the change, or you are just following the change, or you are just saying मेरे को तो फर्क ही नहीं पड़ता, कुछ भी कर लो. So there can be different category, and you can assess that how I am performing against the change. And the last one is again very important, is the result agility. ठीक है, रिजल्ट को ड्राइव करने के लिए आप अपने आप को कितना एक्सटेंड करते हो. एक होता है कि ओके मैं पहली बार में फेल हो गई, मैं तो छोड़ दूंगी, ठीक है, मैं ये करूंगी ही नहीं, ठीक है. Or how I prepare myself for the next time to get the result is something which will demonstrate how agile I am towards the result. Similarly, in the organization also, कि आप अपने रिजल्ट को ड्राइव कर कितना रिजल्ट्स को समझ रहे हो, कितना उसके लिए प्लानिंग कर रहे हो, कैसे उसको डिलीवर कर रहे हो, that is something governed by the result agility. So these are the few topics I thought I'll share today and will help you to start your corporate journey. And even if you are still studying, I think for the learning perspective also, that can make a difference to prepare yourself for the study. So this is from my side, and I will be happy if you have some questions or any feedback for me. I will be grateful. So anyone?
Hello, ma'am. बहुत अच्छा बताया. I think was very nicely explained, and I think I learned especially a lot. Learning agility especially, and that challenges one was great actually. कि वो सब आपको leadership skills वगैरह. So I had one question like, how can we develop a leadership skill in a corporate life? मतलब what are the things that we can improve?
Okay. So leadership is very, like अगर simply मैं define करती हूँ, so leadership is something, is your ability to influence or ability to lead a particular act. So अगर आज की डेट में आप ये देखिए कि चीजें कैसे चेंज हो रही हैं. पहले हमारे सेलिब्रिटीज भी होते थे जो एंडोर्समेंट करते थे. आज की डेट में सोशल मीडिया पे इन्फ्लुएंसर्स हैं. दोज आर हु आर नॉट सेलिब्रिटीज. ऐसा नहीं है कि वो बहुत मूवी में काम करके या क्रिकेटर्स हैं. So what they are doing, they are able to influence people, and that's why they are getting the endorsement. चाहे वो फैशन का हो, चाहे वो फूड का हो, चाहे वो हेल्थ से रिलेटेड हो, और चाहे स्टडी से रिलेटेड हो, so they are influencing. So when we relate it with this same thing with the corporate world, actually when you got the ability to explain the purpose to the other, to explain something like कि कोई चीज उन दूसरे लोगों को कैसे इम्पैक्ट कर रही है पॉजिटिवली, then your leadership journey starts. ठीक है. उसके बाद आप, if you are part of the organization, always keep in the mind that the organization is there to run the business. Business, I always promote ethical ways. So organization is the working toward the business, and the customer is key for us. तो सबसे पहले आपको एक कस्टमर की तरह सोचना पड़ेगा. एंड चाहे आप किसी भी फंक्शन में हो, एचआर में, फाइनेंस में, किसी में भी हो, ये मत सोचिए कि सेल्स ही है जो सेल कर रहा है या मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है वही प्रोड्यूस कर रहा है. बट व्हाट इज योर रोल इन ड्राइविंग दैट बिजनेस? हाउ कैन यू मेक इट, like make your activity customer focused, and within the organization your customer could be sales function. ऐसा नहीं है कि आप सिर्फ जिसको बेच रहे हैं वही कस्टमर है. Being a part of finance function, I always felt like जो डिफरेंट डिपार्टमेंट है, सप्लाई चेन है या परचेज वाले हैं, वो मेरे कस्टमर है. इफ आई कैन फोकस माई एफर्ट्स टू सी दैट हाउ दे कैन फील कन्वीनियंट बाय डीलिंग विद मी, सो अगेन दैट इज अ नेक्स्ट डायमेंशन ऑफ द लीडरशिप. आपको ये देखना है कि जो भी आप काम कर रहे हो उसमें रिजल्ट आए, उससे क्या लोगों पे इम्पैक्ट आता है, क्या कंपनी के लिए बेनिफिट आता है. व्हेन वी स्टार्ट थिंकिंग इन दैट डायरेक्शन, तो लीडरशिप की जर्नी ना स्टार्ट हो जाती है. तो सो टू एंड अगेन लीडरशिप बहुत स्टाइल्स होते हैं लीडरशिप के. कुछ जब गूगल करते हैं तो पता चलता है कि एक लीडरशिप को वो भी बोलते हैं कि सिचुएशनल लीडरशिप भी है, ठीक है, एक सर्वेंट लीडरशिप भी है, एक मदर और पेरेंटल लीडरशिप भी है. वो सब चीजें एक ही बात करते हैं, ठीक है. तो सबसे बड़ी बात है कि यू हैव टू डेवलप द एबिलिटी टू इन्फ्लुएंस अदर्स. So that's from my side, Ghanshyam.
ग्रेट. मैम एक बार के लिए सेशन खत्म हो जाएगा, तो एक बार 10 मिनट का एक फिर से लिंक, हम सेम लिंक रहेगा, एक बार आप लोग फिर से ज्वाइन कर लीजिए, फिर आराम से पूछ लीजिएगा. जैसे 1 मिनट में खत्म होने वाला है सेशन. ज्वाइन द सेम,
Okay.
बिकॉज जूम है ना, तो 40 मिनट्स में खत्म हो जाता है. ज्वाइन द सेम लिंक एवरीवन.
Sure. Sure.